Aha, bonjour, ginawa, minawa, ni jinishinabik, minawa, uh, nindinaway maginag, minawa, ninjiwa, magbuju. Welcome to another lesson of Ojibwe language table with myself, Mr. Wes Jourdain. Lesson number 61, back to the basics. So if you remember from lesson 60, we've went back to the basics. And we learned about our letter sounds, our alphabet in Ojibwe, and gave you some examples of how some of those letter sounds sound. And so part one, we did consonants. Part two, we're going to take a look at the vowels. Okay, very special presentation today, talking about our vowel system and how some of these vowels sound and how they're used in words. And so once we start getting to know how to use and hear the way the vowels sound, you should be able to pronounce any word that's out there in the Ojibwe language, as long as you know these tools right here. The vowels are number one, our key, I guess you can say, to opening up, saying and talking our Anishinaabe. And so here we go, get started. As you know, we do our self-introduction every single time, and I hope it's not getting boring or anything like that. It's just something that I've grown accustomed to providing in when we do these presentations like so. So here we go. Ani and Bujo, Kinawia, Wes Jourdain, Indigenous Cause. Get the Gabane, see, and they go. Magizine and do dame. Squaw Gamiwe, Zaga, Gun and do Jaba. Ga Asanita Cogninda. So hello everybody. My name's Wes Jourdain. My Anishinaabe name, my spirit name is Gidaka Benesi Indigo. Magizine do name, Eagle Clan. And Squaw Gamiwe, Zaga, Gunning is Red Lake in Donjiba is where I'm from, where I derive from, I suppose. Ga Asanitzakog Inda, Ga Asanitzakog, talking about Little Rock. Inda is a place where I dwell or where I live. So I live in a district here in Red Lake called Little Rock, or Ga Asanitzakog. I've also heard of Asanin Singh as the community where I live also. So many different variations how to use these different locations on my reservation here. But also check in your local community. Different towns, different communities have different expressions on how to say those words in Anishinaabe. And so here we go, back to the basic letter sounds with examples. And here's our letter chart again. And once again, you're going to see in the black, we use those consonant letters in lesson 60. Today, 61, we're going to go through the ones in the red. And those are our vowels, our single vowel, our short vowel sounds, and then our double vowel. We have 3 double vowels that we're going to see and give examples of throughout this presentation. So here we go. Get right to it. Letter sounds with examples. First one is A. In Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, the A sounds like And here's a word example that we're going to use today. Namadabe. Namadabe. She or he sits. Okay. Eh. And if it helps you to kind of say these in that order, you're going to hear that repetitiveness of the eh. And you kind of put the consonants in there after that. Na, ma, da, be. And then you throw it all together and it sounds like namadabe. Okay, so you kind of just break it down little by little. And then you go a little bit faster. Da-da-da-da, and then you have it roll off just perfect. Namadabe. Okay, sure, he sits. That's our short A. Working with double A. Okay, we have this system of in our Anishinaabe that we have a system called double vowel. And you don't see this in our English system. And an example of that, we have the word adawe. Adawe. Sheer he buys things or buys something. Okay. Like we just went through short A. Now the double A comes in and goes ah, like in the word saw, or like how a crow sounds. What does how does a crow sound? Caw. Okay. Ah, there's the ah part right there. A dawe. Okay. Short A. Ah, A. A. Then we throw in our consonant. A dawe. A dawe. Sure, he buys something. So be mindful of how the double A sounds. Back to the basics. Letter sound example E. In Anishinaabe Ojibwe in Wayang, we would say A. Okay, E sounds like A, as in the word being the gay. Being the gay. Meaning she or he enters. Okay, being the gay. There's our double vowel E, I, A. E, I, A. Being the gay. Being the gay. Okay. E sounds like A. Moving along, we have the letter I. 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 And you can hear that example in the word Ijitchige. Ijitchige. I. 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 A. Okay. A. Then we add our consonants. Ijitchige. Ijitchige. And then all together, just let it flow. Ijitchige. Ijitchige. Sure, he does things a certain way. Okay, no, there's a good example of I. Next, we're moving on to the double I. As you can see right here in the word we sine. Double I has the E sound. Okay. We sine. Double I. E, I, I. E, I, I. Throw in the consonants. We se ne. We se ne. And throw it all together. Just let it go. We se ne. We se ne. All right, here we have the letter O. And this one can be a O sound. O, just the way it sounds. O. As in the word O domino. O domino. O, short O. O. O, I, O. O, I, O. Throw in our consonants. O, da, mi, no. O, da, mi, no. And then all together, O domino. O domino. Because we certainly wouldn't want to speak like O, da, mi, no. You know, broken up in spots. The more you practice these words going along, they flow in, and then you have the word O domino. O domino. Okay. And our last one we have is the double O. And this sound makes the ooh sound. Okay. Ooh. Double O makes ooh. As in the word agudo. Agudo means she or he sets a snare. Or I think it can also mean he or she hangs things. And so if you know how to snare a rabbit, you're hanging that picture wire or whatever they used to use. I don't know what they used to use, like a sinew, maybe back in the day, but the picture wire is how I've seen rabbit snares. And you hang that onto a stick and then down, and then the rabbit comes along. And I can't give you too much more of my tricks, but agudo, sure he hangs, or sure he sets a snare. How agudon, if you command that to someone, you're telling them to hang it up. Gizikan gibabin sa kawagan, how agudon. Okay, gizikan, take it off. Gibabin sa kawagan, your jacket. How agudon, you're telling someone to hang it up. Okay, so that's some examples of our double vowel and our single vowel system. And if you need more clarification, or if you just want to listen to this presentation over, you're more than welcome to do so. A real short presentation today. We got a lot of good information out there for a lot of you just starting out. And I'd like to say miigwech bizindawi minawa miigwechki kanawaban na meg minawa. Thank you guys for coming here and listening, and thank you guys for watching another presentation of Ojibwe Language Table by me, Mr. Wes Jourdain. Gigawaban and me nawa. I will see yous again. Ahaw, ayang guam is